Good morning, students. Okay, so we were discussing the solved examples based on parallel combination. Okay, the numericals based on parallel combination. One solved example we have already done. Okay, now the second one is example 12.8 we have done. Okay, now today we will discuss example 12.9. Okay, in the example 12.9, how many resistors? There are 5 resistors. Okay, connected in this manner. Let's draw the circuit diagram. This is R1, R2, which is connected to R3, R4 and R5 in this manner. R1, R2, R3, R4 and R5. These are the 5 resistances, okay, which are connected to a battery such that here is the negative terminal and this is the positive terminal. Okay, this side positive and this side is negative. Okay, it is connected in this manner and also an emitter is connected with a key. Let us place the key over here and an emitter which is connected in series. Okay, so the positive side of the emitter will be towards the positive side of the battery and towards the negative. Okay, given that R1 is equal to 10 ohm, R2 is 40 ohms, this is 10 ohm, this is 40 ohm, R3 is 20 ohms, R3 is 30 ohms and R4 is 20 ohms. Okay, also R5 is given as 60 ohms and it is connected to a 12-volt battery. Okay, so these are the resistances and it is connected to a 12-volt battery. You have to find out the first part is the total resistance in the circuit. That is the equivalent resistance of the circuit has to be determined. Okay, now see here. Now this is it's not a purely parallel combination or purely a series combination. It is a mixture of it. Okay, now here we see that. Okay, here we see that the current from here I will be divided in 2 branches and this current I is leaving entering the negative. So this current is also coming from 3 branches. Okay, so these two are in parallel and this R3, R4 and R5 are also in parallel. But the equivalent of R1 and R2 will be in series to the equivalent of R2, R3 and R5. Let the equivalent of R1 and R2, let it is equal to R dash. We'll redraw this diagram, redraw this circuit diagram. Okay, the equivalent of R1 and R2, let it is equal to R dash. Okay, we'll find the equivalent of R1 and R2, these are in parallel. Okay, the equivalent of R3, R4 and R5. As we see that they are in parallel. Let the equivalent of these three is R double dash. Let this is R double dash resistance which is connected to an emitter and a key. Okay, now you can see that R dash and R double dash are in series. Okay, R dash and R double dash are in series. Okay, so first we'll find out R dash, which is the equivalent of these two, which is these two R1 and R2 are in parallel. Then we'll find out R double dash, which is the equivalent of R3, R4 and R5, which is R double dash. Okay, then R dash and R double dash are in series. Okay, so first let's find out R dash. R dash is the equivalent of R1 and R2 and R1 and R2 are in parallel. And we know that whenever the resistors are connected in parallel, the equivalent 1 upon R dash will be equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 by R2. Substitute the values 1 upon 10 plus 1 by 40. Take the LCM, LCM is 40. Okay, so this is 1 upon R dash. So R dash will be equal to 40 upon 5. That is, it is equal to 8 ohms. Okay, now similarly we will find out the equivalent of R3, R4 and R5, which is R double dash. Let's find out R double dash. Okay, so 1 upon R double dash is equal to 1 upon R3 plus 1 upon R4 plus 1 upon R5. Substitute the values. 1 by 20 plus 1 by 20 plus 1 by 60. Okay, LCM is 60. Okay, so this is 1 upon R double dash. R double dash will be reciprocal of it. 60 upon 6, that is it is equal to 60 upon 6, that is it is equal to 10 ohm. Okay, now R dash and R double dash. From this you can see that, from this diagram you can see that they are connected in series. So the equivalent of the whole circuit, let it is equal to R, which will be the sum of R dash and R double dash because they are in series, that is 8 plus 10, which is equal to 18 ohms. So hence the equivalent resistance of the circuit is 18 ohms. Okay, this is the first part. Okay, then the second part is the total current flowing in the circuit. We have to find out this current I. I we know it according to Ohm's law is equal to V upon this potential difference given by the battery upon the equivalent resistance. V is how much? 12 volt and the equivalent resistance is how much? 18 ohms. So I is equal to V upon the equivalent resistance. V here is 12 volt and the equivalent resistance is 18 ohms. Okay, so you can simplify and you can find it in the decimal, okay, which is 0.67 amperes. When you calculate, this comes out to be 0.67 amperes. So the total current in the circuit is 0.67 amperes. Okay, I'll write it here so that it will be clear and see. I is equal to V upon R. V here is 12. This is 18 amperes. You can calculate in decimals. It will be 0.67 amperes. So this is the answer. Okay, so not necessary that all the resistances are in the series or in the parallel. Okay, there can be a combination also like this. So here we have to find out how the resistances are connected. If the current flowing through the resistor is the same, it means they are in series. Okay, and if the current is dividing in branches, then they will be connected in parallel. Okay, now below this example, here it is given that what are the disadvantages of connecting all the components in series. Okay, at home also, whatever components, electrical gadgets you have, all of them are connected in parallel. The fan, bulb, geyser, electric motor, okay, washing machine, all these are connected in parallel. Okay, so at home, all the connections, all the electrical gadgets are connected in parallel. Okay, they are not connected in series. Because we know that in the series combination, the current flowing through each of the resistor is the same. Okay, suppose a geyser is connected in series to an electric bulb. It means the current flowing is the same. Both are having different resistances and both will require different amounts of current. Okay, they are not requiring the same amount of current. They are requiring different amounts of current. So that is why how they are connected? They are connected in parallel. Okay, first let's read it. What is given over here? We have seen that in a series circuit, the current is constant throughout the electric circuit. Okay, so in the series combination, we know that current through each resistor is the same. Thus, it is obviously impracticable to connect an electric bulb and an electric heater in series because they need currents of widely different values to operate properly. Okay, the heater and the electric bulb, they require different amounts of current. They do not require the same amount of current. One is having a very high resistance, is having a very high power, the other is having a low power, that is Okay, so they require different amounts of current. But if we connect them in series, what will happen? The same current is flowing through both of them. Okay, which is totally impracticable. Another major disadvantage of a series circuit is that when one component fails in the circuit or the circuit is broken and none of the components will work. Okay, like here R dash and R double dash are in series. Suppose this component fails to work. Okay, this component is not working. Okay, so will the other component work? The other component will also not work. Why? Because the circuit will be broken at this point. Okay, though the key is closed, but the circuit will be broken at this point, so the other component will also not work. So the another disadvantage of the series combination is that if one of the component in the electrical circuit fails to work, okay, then the other component will also not work. Okay, so if one of the component is damaged, the other component will also not work. But if they are connected in parallel, okay, suppose R1 and R2 they are connected in parallel. Suppose this component is not operating, this component is not working, but still the circuit is complete. The current can flow from through R2 and the circuit is complete. So still this R2 component will be working. Okay, so that is why it is advantageous to connect the electrical components, to connect the electrical gadgets in parallel. Okay, so these are the two disadvantages of the series combination. The first disadvantage is that the components, the electrical gadgets, as they are having different resistances, so they require different amounts of current. Okay, but if they are connected in series, the same current will flow through it. Okay, so this is one of the disadvantages, and the second disadvantage is that if one of the component gets damaged, the other component also will not work, the other component also fails to work. Okay, so it is advantageous to connect these components in these electrical gadgets or the resistances. Each gadget is having some resistance. Okay, so it is no, it is advantageous to connect all these electrical gadgets in parallel. If you have used fairy lights to decorate buildings on festivals, on marriage celebrations, etc., you might have seen that the electrician spending lot of time in trouble locating and replacing the dead bulb. Each has to be tested to find which has fused or which has gone. On the other hand, a parallel circuit divides the current through the electrical gadgets. The total resistance in parallel circuit is decreased as per equation number 12.18. Okay, we know that in the parallel combination, the total resistance, the equivalent resistance RP is less than any of the individual resistance. This is helpful particularly when each gadget has different resistance and they require different currents to operate properly. Okay, so like the electric heater and an electric bulb, they have different resistances, so they will require different amounts of current. So it is advantageous to connect them in parallel. Okay, so write a question. Give two disadvantages. Give two disadvantages of connecting electrical gadgets in parallel, electrical gadgets in series. Give two disadvantages of connecting electrical gadgets in series. Okay, the question may be framed in a different way also. Okay, like the other frame of the question, or give two advantages. Give two advantages of connecting electrical gadgets in parallel. Give two advantages of connecting electrical gadgets in parallel. Okay, so what are the advantages? The different components, the different gadgets. Okay, they have different resistances, so they require different amount of current. Okay, as they require different amount of current, they have to be connected in parallel because we know that in parallel combination only The current can be divided in the branches. Okay, and the second advantage is that if one of the component fails here to work, if one of the component gets damaged, the other component will still keep working. Okay, so these are the two advantages of parallel combination, and the same will be the two disadvantages of series combination. Okay, then page number 216. There are few unsolved questions. Okay, let's discuss these questions. Judge the equivalent resistance when the following are connected in parallel. Okay, we have to find out the equivalent resistance when here two resistors are given, R1 and R2, of different values of resistances. And these resistors are connected in parallel. The first part is question number 1, page 216, unsolved questions. First, A part. The two resistances R1 and R2 are 1 ohm and 10 raised to the power 6 ohm. This is R2. They are connected in parallel. When they are connected in parallel, we know that the equivalent resistance 1 upon R will be equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 by R2. So here the equivalent resistance is 1 upon Rp. You can write out for the parallel combination. We write it as Rp. 1 upon R1, that is 1 upon 10, 1 upon 1 upon 10 raised to the power 6. Okay, 10 raised to the power 6 is 1 followed by 10 zeros. What will be the LCM? LCM is 10 raised to the power 6. Okay, what will be the numerator? 1 how many times it goes? 10 raised to the power 6 plus 1. Okay, if you add it, or Rp is equal to 10 raised to the power 6 upon 10 raised to the power 6. Let's write it here. Rp is equal to reciprocal of it is equal to 10 raised to the power 6 upon 10 raised to the power 6 plus 1. We have found the reciprocal on both the sides. Okay, now let us add this 10 raised to the power 6 plus 1. That is 1 followed by 6 zeros added to 1 is equal to 100 1, which is approximately equal to 10 raised to the power 6 only. Okay, this thing is approximately equal to 1 followed by 6 zeros or is equal to 10 raised to the power 6. So 10 raised to the power 6 upon 10 raised to the power 6 plus 1 is approximately equal to 10 raised to the power. Okay, such a big quantity you are adding it to 1 is approximately equal to 10 raised to the power 6. So what is the equivalent resistance? The equivalent resistance is 1 ohm. Now the B part you will do it yourself. Now there are three resistances, 1 ohm, 10 raised to the power 3 ohms and 10 raised to the power 6 ohms. These three are connected in parallel. B part is R1 is 1 ohm, R2 is 10 raised to the power 3 ohms and R3 is 10 raised to the power 6 ohms. These three resistances are connected in parallel. What will be the equivalent resistance? I give you 1 minute time. The same way you will proceed. Find out the equivalent resistance. Okay. The approximate value you will get it 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Solve it and find out in 1 minute. You find the answer. After that I am going to solve on the board and you can check your answer. Okay, in the same way you will proceed as they are connected in parallel. 1 upon Rp is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Now there are three resistances. It's done. So the equivalent resistance in parallel we know is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3, which is equal to R1 is 1 plus 1 upon 10 raised to the power 3, that is 1000 plus 1 upon 10 raised to the power 6. Find its LCM. LCM is 10 raised to the power 6. Okay, here it would be 10 raised to the power 6 plus 10 raised to the power 3 plus 1 is 1 upon RP. So, the reciprocal of it will be 10 raised to the power 6 plus 10 raised to the power 6 plus 10 raised to the power 3 plus 1. Okay, add all these. Approximately it will be equal to 10 raised to the power 6 only. Okay, you can add 1 followed by 6 zeros, then 1000, then 1 Okay, this is the denominator of it. Okay, then this is approximately equal to 10 raised to the power 6 only. So 1 upon RP is equal to 10 raised to the power 6 upon 10 raised to the power 6, which is equal to 1. RP is equal to 10 raised to the power 6 upon 10 raised to the power 6, which is equal to 1 ohm. Okay, or exact value. This is the approximate value. Exact value also you can find out. Okay, what will be the denominator? This one. And the numerator is 1 followed by 6 zeros. Okay, divided. Approximately you will get it to be 0.9999 ohms. Okay, which is approximately equal to 1 ohm. So the approximate value here we have calculated. So this will be equal to 1 ohm only. Next is question number 2. An electric lamp of 100 ohms, a toaster of 50 ohms, and a water filter of resistance 500 ohms are connected in parallel to 220 volts. What is the resistance of the electric iron connected to the same source that takes as much current as the 3 appliances, and what is the current through it? Okay, so here given that question number 2. There are 3 electrical gadgets, 3 components which are connected in parallel. Okay, first we'll find out the equivalent resistance, then we'll proceed with the question. Electric lamp is 100 ohm, so let R1 is the resistance of electric lamp, which is given as 100 ohm, and toaster is of 50 ohms, let its resistance is R2, which is given as 50 ohms, and the third component which is a water filter of 500 ohms. Water filter is of 500 ohms. All 3 are connected in parallel to a source voltage V is equal to 220 volts. Given that V is equal to 220 volts. Okay, first let's find out the equivalent resistance, because that will be required over here. Okay, now let's find out the equivalent resistance as all 3 are connected in parallel. So 1 upon R3 is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. That is 1 upon 100 plus 1 by 50 plus 1 upon 500. Take its LCM. LCM is 500. Okay, 100 how many times it goes? 5. 50. Tens are 100 and 500 also. This is 1 upon R3. So the equivalent resistance in parallel will be equal to reciprocal of it. Okay, 500 upon 60 ohms. This is the equivalent resistance, 500 by 60 ohms. Okay, now let's read the question further. What is the resistance of an electric iron which is connected to the same source that takes as much current as all the 3 appliances? So, and what is the current through it? So, what will be the resistance of the electric iron as it is taking the same amount of current? So, now all 3 components are replaced by electric iron. These 3 components are removed which are connected in parallel, and they are replaced by electric iron, which is drawing the same amount of current. Okay, it means whatever amount of current this equivalent resistance was drawing, the same amount of current is drawn by the electric iron. So it means the resistance is the same. Okay, now let's find out the current. V is given and this is the equivalent resistance. So can we get the current? By using Ohm's law, I is equal to V upon V here is 220 volts and this is 500 upon 60. So here I is equal to 22 into 16 upon 50 amperes. Okay. So what is the current drawn by the electric iron? Or you can say that drawn by all the three appliances when connected in parallel. The current will be this thing. You can simplify it, calculate it and get the amount of current. Okay, then question number 3, 4 and 5. Question number 3 is what are the advantages of connecting electrical devices in parallel with a battery instead of connecting them in series? This question I had already given, so no need to do it again. Question number 4 and 5. You will try it and tomorrow we'll discuss these questions and then we'll proceed with heating effects of electric current. Okay, so revise and try to solve the rest 2 questions.